They'll be calling you a radical. I interrupt this programming for a special announcement. I was going to do no videos. As you know, I'm up here in the library. I'm heavily this deep in finishing my book. And I've been posting my post-ignorance book online, but I interrupt this program because I'm not sitting here and taking this shit. I've been getting attacked by all these old school fucking phony pacifist fucking so-called anti-nukers who call themselves doctors and walk around and play. You think you got... Let me tell you something. Fact. I am full of leukemia, fighting for every fiber of my being for my life. You don't think I have agenda? I have 2 new little grandsons that were born right before Fukushima happened. You don't think I have agenda? The 2 people that I loved the very most in the entire world, who meant everything to me, were taken by nuclear fallout, mowed down in the primes of their lives, dead. You don't think I'm angry? And let me tell you motherfuckers who've had the reins, you've had the steering wheel for 40 years. 40 years you pacifist anti-nukers have had the steering wheel. What have you accomplished? Nothing. You went backwards. You pacifist fucks can go fuck yourself, everyone. I will say it just like Jackson Pollock. I am an artist. And I am breaking down the ceilings of pacifist activism. You guys go have another drum circle. Go circle another tree naked and kiss each other. Go freaking hold hands and try to levitate the White House. Your pacifist agenda in regard to the environment, you guys have had the reins, you're the leader. You are more guilty than the people that are doing it because of your passive pieces of shit way to fight. There's only one way to take on a bully. There's only ever been one way to take on a bully, and we all know that. Slug them in their fucking mouth. That's what I'm here for. And I will say it like Jackson Pollock said it, as he started dripping and flinging his hands and going crazy. And everybody says, this guy is nuts. He's crazy. This isn't art. The very first critic, long before Peggy Guggenheim found him, said this. The first critic wrote it in the papers. This guy is crazy. He flings his arm, doesn't know what he's doing. His art is horrible. There is no beginning, there is no end. Pollock's response: thank you for the compliment. Why was that his response? Because he understood the critic. He understood the art movement in the past, before he started dripping, how pathetic and unknowledgeable and how unsuccessful they were, and how they accomplished nothing. They accomplished nothing. You so-called doctors out there, Helen, Busby, Gunderson, you're pathetic. I will give it to Goffman. He started way back. He's been ranting and raving from day one. I'll give it to Gunderson because he was in the field fighting. Excuse me, not Gunderson. He's a piece of shit. Stegner, Udall, and Udall's 2 sons. You fuckers and your pacifists need to sit down and shut the... Guys like me are taking the fucking reins to this over. And if you... I like it how they say, oh, it's just obvious his loneliness, his anger. As John Steinbeck said, all great art and all great literature stems nothing from loneliness. And if you think I'm not lonely, let me tell you that, like I said, the 2 people that I loved the very much, most by miles, were taken from me by nuclear fallout, by leukemia, the exact thing that I'm fighting. I have been lonely for 12 years. I do have a broken heart. I am sad. But if you think I'm lonely in the context of socialism or socialistic, why don't you come hang with me? As I told the doctor, just let me stay alive for the opening of Del Mar, Sarah. Why don't you come with me? Come with me to the track. Come to me one of the nightclubs in New York City. Come with me one of the nightclubs here. You know, come with me out on freaking where I hang, what I do. See how fucking lonely I am. It's like when I got broke and I was all fucking poor fucking years ago, which I am now. Really poor and fucking broke. When I got poor and fucking broke, when fucking everything went fucking down, I was like, as what's his name said in Europe, we are suffering at a high level. Don't fuck with me. Honestly, do not fuck with me. As the 500 days of Fukushima, I have moved more minds, me, with my rants and my screamings and it's done on purpose. The wife beater, on purpose. As this socio-economic movement of mine started for this very said reason, right for the get, as I put up my Blanch Schwartz website, long before this happened, as I put up my fuck BP videos, this is all done with intention and reason to break the pacifist environmentalists, the so-called tree hugger. You have failed, you have failed, you have failed. You have had the reins, you have had the steering wheel for 40 years. Not have you accomplished 0, 0, 0. You have went backwards. You have went back because of your pacifism. because of your pacifism. Great environmentalists, great fighters were like the greatest environmentalist of all time. You think he was a pacifist? No one even comes close to him. Teddy Roosevelt. That is the greatest environmentalist in the history of the world, bar none. Rachel Carson, second. You think she was a pacifist? Oh no, and remember two things, like I said. One, I am fighting for my life. The probability, once you're diagnosed with AML, leukemia, your average lifespan is 8 months. The survival rate of this over any time period, 3 years, 5 years, is less than 30%. You don't think I'm walking the walk? You don't think I'm fighting the fight? Something you fuckers have no idea. Neither did I, till I got indoctrinated, baptism by fire. I thought I knew, I didn't fucking know. Oh, I know. And if you ever fucking get it, God forbid, you better know how to fucking fight. Because I watched it in my face as people who didn't fight died. And people who do fight live. That's what I'm up to. As I've been working on my book and post my post-ignorance online, I am breaking down glass ceilings in the context of no art movement since Warhol, since no environmental movement since Rachel died. None. You guys are to blame. You are more to blame than the right-wing voter or the right-wing politician who has let us poison. You are more to blame than the nuclear industry itself. You who call yourselves an anti-nuke activist. You have lost. You have lost. It is time you sit the fuck down, shut the fuck up, and let fucking extreme, aggressive, arm-flinging maniacs like me, we are taking this over. It's time for the second string. It is time to put in the freshmen. You guys need to get to the bench. As you are down 100-0, you were handed a lead of 40 points. Not only have you failed, you've lost every battle. Sit down. The freshmen are taking the field. Fuck you soft activists. Kevin Blanch.